following events occur in real time. It is, I don't know what time it is, I'm sorry.
Almost midnight.
Almost midnight.
Game 24.
Can I first say, I'm sorry, we didn't record a preview because we were sleeping.
Brian was sleeping.
We were sleeping. We were sleeping.
I was working.
Well, you were working from home. So, anyways, this is the only video on Wrigley, so we're gonna cram it all in.
Coincidence that this is the only stadium we're gonna do one video on?
Maybe. No, just a coincidence.
Okay.
We were sleeping, and then we got to the stadium, and we're meeting friends and family, and we couldn't. Yeah, kind of like a web series. Anyways, and afterwards we have no car, no parking lot to record in, so we're just doing it live on location.
We didn't feel like paying $40 for parking.
No, well, I live like 3 blocks away, so we're not gonna...
If we had to drive to the stadium, we'd have complained about that to high heaven.
All right.
You know that, right?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
So Wrigley, Tim, what are your thoughts?
Bottom 5 stadium.
Bottom 5? I mean, using the metrics that we have, it seems like it's going to fall in the bottom 10. I would agree with you. Not a lot to do other than watch the baseball game. What really bothers me is the non-continuous concourse. You can't walk around the entire stadium.
There are 3. We actually asked about this question because we literally could not get from the grandstands to the bleachers, and we asked the question why. What is the reason why this is? Apparently, because the stadium was built so long ago, the stadium was coded by fire code under 3 separate structures. The lower bowl is one structure, the upper deck is a second structure, and the bleachers are a third completely separate structure that they cannot sell you a ticket for one and lend you admission to the other because of fire code concerns with regard to occupancy.
Really?
That's what we were told by the Cubs personnel. So I assume
fascinating.
Yeah, that's why you should knock down your crappy stadium and rebuild a better one.
No, okay, so this is something we were talking about at the game of like Wrigley's one of the, now we haven't seen Fenway yet, but Wrigley's like one of the last few. It's, for better or for worse, we're White Sox fans, and so we don't love the Cubs, but it's nostalgic. It is.
So if I have
it's our link to the past.
Is it good for America too, Brian? You're gonna drop that again?
I'm just saying, I agree that I don't think they should tear it down. I think it's
Do you know what
my 3 favorite things in this whole trip? Well, 2 of my 3 favorite things in the entire trip.
The
first one is and this is still the thing I'm most proud about, is that you quoted Interstellar last night.
I did.
I'm still like glowing about that. The second one is that I am now putting you in the position to defend.
I know. This is what you do.
Wrigley.
You make me defend Wrigley, which I don't enjoy doing.
But
but I just think, it's nostalgic. It's a link to the past. I don't think they should have knocked it down. So I'm happy that they didn't.
Okay. So I'm gonna interject myself as a casual fan.
Okay.
I show up to Wrigley Field.
Yes.
I just paid $35 for parking.
Okay. Well, you probably should have just taken public transportation, but
where am I gonna park? Because it's all permit parking, like within literally 12 blocks of the stadium.
Park in Edison, take the L.
Which Sean now has to take a $50 Uber to get back to his car.
Why doesn't he take a...
Because the purple line stopped running, and so did the yellow.
He shouldn't have gone to a bar and hung out with his friends.
To be fair, that's my fault for living in the suburbs.
Okay, you just advocated doing what he's doing. That's not an advocation. You can't do that because the L's not. No, the L stopped running.
You're gonna say that public transportation is a bad thing.
I'm sorry.
There's great public transportation to the stadium.
I agree with you. The problem is that they both stopped running. So how are you gonna get back to your car now, Brian?
Don't park there.
You just told me to park there.
Don't go to a bar after the game.
Oh, so I can't enjoy what is the feature of Wrigley for you, which was the bar sitting around Wrigley.
Yeah, figure it out.
You just told. Oh my God. You're countering your own argument there.
I mean, I assume that people are smart, so.
All right, so I didn't pay $35 for parking. I'm gonna pay $40 for an Uber back to my car after I park where you told me to.
You get a cab.
And then
you don't have to pay for Uber. It's fine.
You hate Uber so much. Why do you hate Uber?
So you don't want to? You just want to like rant about parking? Is that your,
No,
is that your deal?
so we're starting with that,
about parking.
and now I've taken my children into the ballpark, and I said, guys, this is one of the stadiums. This is one of the
Imaginary
original
children.
This is no theoretical, not imaginary. That's different. That's weird, actually. Imaginary children, that's kind of odd. All right, theoretical children. This is Wrigley. These are the obstructed views that you can't see the whole stadium from. This is
Seems
the
like
ivy.
a weird thing to say to your kids.
This is the ivy, okay?
Yeah.
Like the ivy that's so cool that is also like half falling down because they're trying to rebuild the stadium. Now what? What are we gonna do now, guys? We're gonna
watch the baseball game.
which you've made the argument multiple times for Petco, for Safeco, for many other stadiums. Why they're great? Because there's other things to do than baseball.
Totally agree.
So then your argument for...
I don't think it rates highly for a family, but that doesn't mean that every stadium has to be Petco.
Okay.
Period. Like,
There's no exclamation point?
no, just.
I just want to have you
end of
defend Wrigley
sentence.
more. I want you to continue to
I've
defend
defended
Wrigley.
it enough. It's
No, I
fine.
don't think you have. It was an okay. Wrigley is Wrigley for us. I mean, we've seen it many
Wrigley
times.
is Wrigley.
We've seen it many times.
Yes.
It's great for baseball. It is a historic stadium. I shouldn't say stadium. It's a field. Like, that's not a stadium. Too many obstructed views. Too many problems with infrastructure. But that's what comes from a stadium that was built in God knows when.
Yeah.
One of the original.
You're gonna
stadiums.
hold the W the entire video, Sean?
Seriously, I'm getting a great workout.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I hope, actually.
Great.
That's fair.
This is lovely.
That brings us to a great subject. We had many people join us on our visit to Wrigley today, it being our hometown and whatnot, and also because apparently people don't like the south side of Chicago, so they'd
guess.
rather come to the north side.
I guess our friends and family
So-
came to the north side.
Thank you. We're going to name them by name. Ready? You want to like alternate, go back and forth?
Sir, sure.
Sir, sure?
Sean.
Did you say sir or did you say sure?
I said Sean.
Okay. Sean. Grace.
Hi. Casey.
Eric.
My parents.
You're not going to name... You're not going to...
Robin and Dennis.
What about your brother?
I was gonna wait until you did somebody for me to do my brother.
Okay, Adam.
Nick.
Leslie.
Matthew, my brother.
And everybody else that joined us at the stadium. It was my cousin Brian, we have to give a special shout out to. My cousin Brian works for Pepper Construction, so he was able to give us a little bit of behind the scenes on what Pepper's doing as far as the reconstruction of Wrigley. And it is fascinating to hear some of the history of the ballpark and hear some of the, I mean, you brought up a very astute point. Some of the ridiculous workarounds they have to do because instead of closing the stadium and saying Cubs go play somewhere else for a
Yes,
year,
totally.
instead the Cubs are staying here and now it's a 5-year project and they have to do
I know.
3 extra
Could be a
steps
2-year
for everything. Yeah, it was crazy.
Totally
So,
agree. It's insane. Just play another year and like come back to your beautiful new ballpark instead of this step-by-step process of half of the bleachers being completed and the other half, and there's still players are parking in a tent essentially.
It was a tent.
Yeah.
Hey, we
Sorry,
got
it
we
is
got
a
to
tent.
we got to see behind the curtain a little bit. though.
We did, so to speak.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's good. Nobody understands that curtain
I
reference,
know.
but us.
Just
but
us.
it's okay.
That's okay.
But thank you to Brian who also gave us tickets for the game.
Yes.
It was very cool of him to hook us up that
Yeah.
hard.
It didn't rain. No rain delay.
It did
And-
rain. Casey made that point very strong.
It did rain, but no rain delay. And so in return for that, we are going to thank the Cubs for coming by and giving us these lovely W flags that I believe stand for win. You're shaking the camera, Grace. You gotta keep it together. So yeah. So thanks to the Cubs.
Oh my God! Right there. Freeze frame that shot forever. That was the moment in which Brian's soul just died. Like, I don't know if you saw it, but there was a moment where
Thanks for them for
Cubs.
coming by and giving us these flags. And
my God.
yep, there it is.
It's okay, guys. We can do it together. Go Cubs, go!
No. No,
Go
Sean,
Cubs,
I'm not,
go!
That's a bridge
Hey
too far.
Chicago, what do you say? Cubs are gone.
Okay.
Milwaukee tomorrow.
Out of this godforsaken place. I think that's it, guys. See ya.
What would Jack say here?
What would Jack?
Yeah, what would Jack say here?
Oh, you have to help me, please! Because he was very polite. He asked everybody for permission.
thank you for
before he, like, shut-
clarifying.
Just wanted to know. Bye, guys.